12+ countries that supplied Russia with weapons after the embargo was in place. 1. China. Supposedly, China has agreed to provide lethal aid to Russia. At least that's what Russia believes. The revelation comes from a leaked intelligence report. Russian intelligence claimed in February that Beijing had made up its mind. China's Central Military Commission had approved the incremental provision of weapons. The Pentagon says they haven't seen evidence of that yet, but it could still happen, of course. 2. Egypt. Attempted. Egypt is also mentioned in the leaked files. Cairo approved the export of rockets to Moscow, but then the US put pressure on President el-Sisi, so Egypt provided weapons to Ukraine instead, in secret. 3. Iran. Definitely, Iran has been supplying loitering munitions and drones to Russia. This has been going on for months. Russia also asked for missiles, but Iran has been hesitant. Iran supplies drones along with instructors to train Russian operators. 4. North Korea. In small amounts, Kim Jong-un is one of Putin's closest friends, but North Korea doesn't have much to spare. Moscow has received artillery shells from Pyongyang. These are old Soviet shells for 152mm guns. 5. US, Taiwanese, Chinese, Indian businesses, possibly unwittingly, non-lethal products were not restricted for export. This is how American, Chinese, and Taiwanese electronics ended up in Russian weapons. Many of the drones shot down in Ukraine contain American chips. China has approved the sale of dual-use products. The other countries on the list have not. Fridges, microwave ovens, washing machines, cameras. These goods are taken apart and their components repurposed. The US introduced tighter controls on dual-use goods in February, but all this pales in comparison to 6. France. 152 million euros worth. The European Union banned the sale of weapons to Russia in 2014. This did not stop some enthusiastic exporters. The largest arms exporter was France. France exported bombs, missiles, torpedoes, and explosive charges. It also sent thermal imaging equipment and aircraft components. All this stuff is used in Russian tanks, helicopters, and planes. In 2014, French authorities allowed the sending of chemical and biological weapons. 7. Germany. 121.8 million euros worth. Germany mostly exported icebreakers and rifles. It also delivered vehicles for special protection. German exports were designated dual use. 8. Italy. 22.5 million euros worth. Italy signed its first major contract with Russia in 2015. Italian company Iveco sold 25 ground vehicles to Russia. Among them were the Iveco light multi-role vehicles. They were assembled in Russia from Italian parts. Italy also supplied rifles, pistols, ammunition, and accessories. 9. Austria. 18 million euros worth. Austria exported small caliber, smoothbore weapons. It also sent automatic rifles, fuses, and ammunition. This went on until at least 2020. 10. Bulgaria. 16 million euros worth. Bulgaria made 2 agreements in 2016 and 2018. Both were to export military equipment. 11. Czech Republic. 14 million euros worth. Prague sent aircraft, drones, aircraft engines, and aviation equipment. This went on every year from 2015 to 2019. 12. Other EU member states. Finland, Spain, Slovakia, and Croatia worked on a smaller scale. These countries only made 1 sale each after the ban. By 2022, most of these exports had stopped, but Russia has used the stockpiled arsenal to attack Ukraine, and it took months of war before Europe agreed to sell weapons to Kyiv. Austria has not, by the way. Some people never learn from their mistakes.